evening, everyone, and welcome to the Midnight Ride with Gray Man Prepping. And hope you're all having a lovely day. Let me go ahead and straighten some stuff out here. And go ahead and bring me up there. There we go. And hang on. And there's Mark.
Hello.
And let me get this. Hang on. Got to get this other thing out of the way here first. Come on, go. Technical problems. It just doesn't want to get out of there. There we go. Boom. All right, let me go ahead and plug that in. There we go. Now we'll get rid of the echo and bring up. I got several things to bring up here, so I'm going to do things a little out of order tonight, folks. I got something interesting here. And let's see, I need to get rid of that. Okay. So make sure I'm doing things all right. Good. And this one here, good. All right. Okay, so city council meeting tonight. Yeah, they stabbed me in the back. I would have been here on time for the normal start time, but they decided to have an executive closed door session. I said, are you going to be totally done, or are you going to be going back into this council meeting and go, oh, yeah, we got some more things to discuss in it, and they didn't do that. They just they talk about it next month, and out of because they kicked everybody outside. So I'm standing outside, ready to go back in and finish filming the closure of it. And they the one guy opened up the door and just said, "All right, I moved to adjourn," and blah blah blah. It's like, you could have told me you were going to do that beforehand, and I would have gone home.
And what are they talking about in a closed door meeting? Why can't they be open door? They are a
Simple,
public city
because
council.
they're talking about individual people in the community who have either criminal things going on or suit from the city going on, or
Okay.
The last time they let me sit in on it was when Larry was mayor, and that was like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. And it had to do with someone who was way behind, like 9 months behind in their bills, their utility bills and stuff. And so, they're talking about that. But I guess this was a little more serious but the other one, they just called it a closed session. It's when they called it an executive closed session. Whatever.
Same guy still hasn't paid his bills. No, just kidding.
Yeah. But no, that guy's gone. But yeah, there's some other things going on. So anyhow, yeah, I'll get to editing that tomorrow. But all right, so some stuff that came in that I think is absolutely hilarious, and some of it's like is scary as crap. And so I got 3 things to show you that are not normal. And the first one here is a YouTube channel. And I'm going to drop the link to this one here into the. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Hang on. Let's go back. I forgot to say hi to everybody. So first one in was the Crew, 1351, then Moon Over Miami, then Geeky Gardens, then Prepared For, then Diana. And you hopped in, yelled hi, and those are the ones making comments. So, all right. Now let's. All righty. So I saw this today, and it's like, holy crap. Let me drop that there. All right, so I'm dropping it now. There it is. And she does pretty good thing pulling stuff down. I kind of watch her and stuff. But the unions are ditching the Democratic Party over socialism and backstabbing their union members. And the guy below here is one of the union presidents, and they said, no, we pay our union members, and we do stuff for to get stuff for our people as American citizens, but the Democratic Party is now backstabbing our citizens and giving all the stuff to that should be coming to the citizens of the United States, Republican or Democrat, to illegal aliens. And he says, oh, and he just goes off and he goes, and we've contacted major political
Figures.
Democratic Party members and say, hey, we're not backing you anymore. You specifically, we're not backing. And we're not backing the party too. But we're not backing you because of what the party's doing and what you're doing. So yeah, that to me, that was a high five slap. And this thing it's only a minute and 8 seconds long. So afterwards, you guys, save that link, open it else, in a new tab, and that way you can watch it afterwards.
That's what I just did. I copy paste it in the tab, and it's just sitting on pause, waiting to go.
Yeah. Next one here, and I'm going to drop the link to this because there's more going into it a little bit more here. Control C.
Shocker.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's this one here. This is on Facebook. They audited 21 of America's biggest fast food chains and some restaurants. I'm not restaurant, some big restaurants, not fast food chains, and some grocery stores. All right. Everyone they went through, everyone came back positive for glyphosate. And, every one of them.
You wonder why everybody's sick. Yeah.
The ranking it says it starts at 5. No, it actually starts at 4.6 and goes all the way up to 677.
Jeez.
And let me see if I can see. Oh, hang on. I know where I go. I got to go for it. I got to go to the comments.
No, nope, drink that crap straight out of the bottle.
They don't show it in the comments. Maybe did I miss it in here? Dang, it's not. I can't bring it up. But when I was viewing it on earlier today, it went through and it listed on the things here. Why isn't that showing it? I don't know why, but it listed everyone, all of them, and the percentages. And Chipotle was the lowest one with 4.6.
Wow.
Parts per billion. I'm trying to remember who the main one was, but it's just, let me try looking at it again. Hang on. No, it's not. It was usually they have. I know why it's not showing the lead in over here now. Before, you see that screws it up. No. Because it when it showed. There it is. There's what it is. Okay. Panera Bread had the 677 parts per billion. But you find it over here. It's on the author. It's not the top one. You got to find his one to look it up. Then it goes down. Duncan was second, and it goes on down. But I was surprised that where was it? McDonald's was as low as it was.
That's in the comments, right?
It's in the comments on the side.
Right.
And so I think the reason why is because McDonald's was also listed as one of the ones that has fake meat. So they're not their meat isn't grass fed or corn fed. We're getting it from the corn. So,
well, what are they testing? Like the Panera Bread, what are they testing? Are they testing the salads? Are they testing
everything?
Okay.
They were testing anything that you would normally have glyphosate in it, and they had one whatever it was hit the highest. It's probably the bread. It's probably the bread because the wheat has it sprayed on it.
Yep.
So, anyways, all right. So there's that one. Now for the next one here. All right.
I've seen that guy. He's pretty cool.
Yeah. So hang on. Let me go back here. Did I drop the? Yeah, I dropped the fake book. Let me drop this one here now. So here's the second one, and you're not going to hear. I'm going to hear it, but you're going to see the words here. Ozempic had a lawsuit at the thing for $2 billion
against who?
against them from everybody that uses this stuff, and it's not a GLP-1. It's other hormones and stuff.
Yeah, it comes from a Gila monster, but that's what's
yes, exactly. All right, so that's what it goes into. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah,
yeah, and it's the poison from the venom from the Gila monster that's causing people to go blind.
No, it also causes stomach paralysis, and then
yes, and also they talk about everything in this.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's the second one there to look at, and so yeah. Anyways, that's that one. Let me go ahead and drop this down out of view here, and bring up the patch here, the news here.
It's amazing all the things I've been watching and reading about for the last, I don't know, 3-4 years. Oh, they're finally hitting mainstream. I guess I can take my tinfoil hat off now.
Yeah. And Daniel just went running outside because he saw Oliver walking across the street, coming back from across the street. All right, so the first news article sent to us by Chef Tech. 85 million pounds of rotting meat. This story did not hit the national news.
Of course not.
And so, what am I going into? What was the gist of it again?
Oh shoot, I don't know. I sent that to you last week.
Yeah, okay, let's go in here. So this has to do with going in here.
Oh, that was the fire in California.
This is the foul odors overwhelm Boyle Heights as 85 million pounds of food sits inside burned warehouse. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the California one.
Yeah. 85 million pounds of food.
Local people are already lawyering up because of the toxicity in the air.
Yeah. All right, next one here. Lawyers threaten to sue the city of Walnut Creek, California, over alleged voting rights violations. Yeah, baby, go for it. Especially the senior councilman who serves as the council president is a real libtard. Yeah. Yay! So the people are rising up against and suing the demon rats. Yay! Okay, next one. Des Moines. Oh, this is back when the things were really flooding in Des Moines. That was back on the 5th, Saturday. Des Moines flooding. 4 Mile Creek reaches major flood stage. And other people were dying to have that water. They were just dying to have it come in. All right, John's Life came in. And right, okay.
Moon over Miami just came in.
Again, second time.
Oh, second time. Okay.
he was in earlier. All right. This one here may make my wife move out of California early. California to be hit with hefty healthcare tax among 2 new taxes signed by the great gay man nuisance, Governor Lord Dictator of California.
Well, we got to pay for those illegals somehow.
Yeah. So anyone who has a health insurance covered under Obamacare, you're being required to have health insurance. They're going to get a hefty tax on, like 8% tax on it for the state of California to pay for the illegal aliens' health care.
Well, it's free for them, not for us, but yeah.
Yeah. They're the ones that should be paying a 50% surcharge on it because they're here illegally are getting it for free. All right. Contra Costa County plan to build data centers on. Oh, no. Sorry, scratch that. This is nationwide. plans to build data centers on 70 California fairgrounds and fairgrounds in other states.
Yeah, we don't need fairgrounds anymore. Yeah,
they want to use buy the fairgrounds, manage the fairgrounds, and use some of the parking lots to put their data centers in. Where's everybody going to park?
Yeah,
but they're planning to do 70 of them. They're working on bidding for the one in Sacramento, and people are going bat crap crazy on this one.
People are going to start like hanging out the construction sites 24/7 as they're building it soon, and not letting things get done.
Wait on that. I got a good one on that coming up here. It is absolutely hilarious coming up here on that. All right, Family Dollar shutters hundreds of locations across the country. They were trying to expand while the other ones were closing. Now they're closing too. Paul Pelosi, Miss Plastic Face's husband, flees from scene of crash with minor damage.
Wait,
wasn't minor damage.
With a minor that was damaged? What?
No. A car was parked on the street, legally parked, and he was there in Napa County, and he nailed it and sideswiped it and took off. And he tried to say, "Oh, I thought I might have bumped something, but I didn't see anything." Yeah. If the right person got a hold of him, they would have, If law enforcement officers had gotten there first,
anyway,
he would have been booked for felony hit and run, because the property damage on cars is now well over, to make it a felony. So
he'll just buy him a new car from the money that we gave him for the bank bailouts.
A man sues DHS agents after agents tracked him down for sending, it says scathing, and I checked out. No, it was a threatening email, not a scathing email. It was a threatening email to the former head of ICE, and he's suing because they tracked him down and warned him, "Hey, knock this stuff off, because what you did." The attorney general could file charges at you. You best, knock that stuff off. And he's suing him because they tracked him down to give him the message.
Wait, did he mail a letter or email it?
No, they walked up and knocked on his door.
No. The kid or whatever, the person.
Oh,
was it snail mail or email?
Email.
Oh, too bad. Now they can go after him for making threats across the state line.
Yeah. The next one, it's of course the left wing put on it under Trump. This started elsewhere, because I remember this being talked about by Obama and Clinton, but Trump's the one pushing it through. Spouses of U.S. It's okay. Let's say this. Non-U.S. citizens who are spouses of U.S. citizens face policy change in the immigration system. And so they're like, they're coming after, law-abiding ones. They're doing all the things. No, they're not. Going into it, digging into it, they're changing the codes and stuff. Let's see if I can find the exact place where they broke it down here. So it says life has become more difficult for Americans who are married to someone who is not born in this country. Oh, it was worse under Abomination and Clinton than it is under than what's going on here. But they don't talk about what Abomination and Clinton did. But they're saying that they're changing the way things are going. And I'm not. Is this the one that talks also about? One of these talks about they're increasing the cost, the filing costs and stuff for someone who wants to become a U.S. citizen and go through all the everything. So they're up in it. Family and fiance petitions make up nearly half of green card approvals. They're cutting that down. So because it's up to 13 family members for each one trying to do it. They can get green. Yeah. No, they don't have 13. You can't count brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, parents. Cousins. Yeah, exactly. And that's what they're doing. They're saying, no. They're cutting that back. So you can only, the U.S. citizen, his spouse, and their kids. That's it. So, yeah. Anyways. But they're crying because they're making, yeah. And anyone that was illegal trying to get into it, claiming certain things, they're really raking them over the coals. Ooh, safety hazard, folks. Vacuum sold by Amazon, Walmart, and others recalled over fire risk. Just Google that. You'll find out what brands and makers or brands and stuff are on that one.
Are they cordless vacuums?
No. What I saw was it was plugins. There may be some cordless ones in it that they didn't show pictures of and talk about. Trump floats Australia-inspired retirement savings accounts. I didn't get a chance to read this because I had grandkids at me. I just moved it over after Kaylin sent it to me. So let's go in here and explore this one. Okay, Trump said Monday that administration is working on a plan to launch. There we go. Damn, the Hill wants you to sign up big time. That would to launch accounts for adults now. They did the one for kids. Now they'll do one for adults that would mirror Australia's retirement savings system. We're going. Come on. Dang, all friggin' ads just popping up left and right on this. No wonder why I gave up on it before I did go in there. We're going to do something. We are going to also we are be doing something also. Oh man, they quoted him because he butchered this one. Working on later, it'll also, I think, be very popular. Definitely, Australian people really like it. The administration would talk to Congress to see if it can be implemented. It would be more for grown-ups as opposed to children, but it's something that's going to be great. I think if it can be done, blah, blah, blah. Australians has a superannuation program that requires companies to contribute 12% of the workers' pay to a retirement plan other than the government-run one. So it would be outside of Social Security. So that's what they're looking into. So basically, they'll probably lower what has to go into Social Security if they can build up the other one outside of it. Yay! Colombian FIFA fan arrested for high-speed chase in Iowa may avoid prosecution, and he's saying, I saw the lights and stuff, but I didn't know I had to pull over because I couldn't hear the siren. I had my music turned up too loud. No. Every country you see the lights and stuff, you have to pull over. You don't have to hear the siren.
Well, you don't have to pull over.
You get arrested though. But yeah, if you see the lights, you pull over. Not this guy. He's and they're trying. Yeah, no, they need to nail his butt. There are too many of those people coming in from other countries. Part of the FIFA. No, they think that they can get away with crap. They don't. They need. Shoot, I forgot to look this one up. All right, this came in on the 6th, which was Monday. Cuba's national electric grid collapses. Reason unknown. And I never got a chance to look that one up. See if I couldn't find anything on it before.
Right, because their grid was built in the 40s.
Give me a second here, folks. Just see if it's because I looked once before and nothing came up on it. And now it says, Cuba's natural grid suffered complete collapse, leaving approximately 10 million people across the island without power. The nationwide blackout, the third of its kind in 6 months. Oh, wow, we haven't heard about the first two. Was triggered by a severe fuel shortage and ongoing infrastructure failures. Yeah, so they couldn't get the fuel to run their power plants. Okay, let's get rid of that. United Airlines. Federal judge on Monday rejected United Airlines' bid to dismiss a lawsuit by passengers who paid extra for a window seat only to get a wall with no window.
Ooh.
Yeah. And the judge says, no, this is going to trial. This is something that is not proper. You can't give someone a dead wall and charge them premium price for a window. Deadly heat dome to shift over California. And I can't find where's this heat dome coming from? Is it from what was that Stephen King's movie, The Dome? Is it a heat dome moving across states to get on top of California? All I can figure is it's moving from Arizona into Southern California. Let's see. Those of you who want to laugh hard can laugh really hard at this one. The stupidity of it all. July 4th, gridlock causes self-driving cars to die while stuck in traffic.
Oops.
Geez, they forgot to fuel them up properly, or they were the electric ones, and they weren't realizing. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So a bunch of the self-driving cars died because they couldn't get back to be recharged. Oh, the horror! And then they're going to get sued from the people that were in the cars, or the people waiting for cars that never showed up. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds issues a disaster proclamation for 4 counties. Oh, wait a minute. That was just when we were talking about all that flooding. Yeah. And I bet it also had to do with some tornadoes and stuff, didn't it, Kaylin? Yeah, aftermath of severe storms. So flooding, tornadoes, winds, yeah. Oh, the idiot Contra Costa County Sheriff who violated federal law and state law by passing legislation himself, dealing with the not honoring concealed weapons permits for anyone that had a red dot or a threaded barrel on their pistol. Plans a $1.3 million military equipment expansion. Guy's an idiot. the stuff they already have, half of it they're not using, and now he wants to buy more crap that they're not going to use. This one pisses me off. Let me get the guy's name out of it. In Berkeley, where did they move it to? Damn it! They did the bury. Okay, they buried the lead article down low. Okay. A UC Berkeley professor who was on vacation over in Europe was killed, and now his families are trying to get the house squared up and taking care of the guardianship of his kids and stuff, and a bunch of squatters have moved into the house and are occupying it. Oops. So the relatives are having to go through a legal battle to do it. Hey, guys, send some people out to Bay Point and western Contra Costa County into Shore Acres, and off of Shore Drive on Pier, 12th house heading north on the left side is the Ammons Motorcycle Club. They moved the explosives and firearms for the Hells Angels. They're still there, I know, because I talked to some deputies. They'll be glad to go remove those squatters. They may never be found again, but they'll remove the squatters. That's the Ammons.
Squatters?
In Bay Point.
What squatters? Squatters? What squatters?
All right, let me get back over here. Yeah. West Des Moines City Council updates special election rules. The runoff elections format. I'm afraid to look at this one, folks.
Probably going to increase the mail-in voting for up to a year of counting.
The West Des Moines City Council voted Monday to change the city code so the candidate with the most votes in an election wins the race, regardless of whether they received the majority of the votes. It also changed the number of signatures required to appear on the ballot to be fixed at 75 signatures. Here, I only got to get 5 to get on the ballot. Sorry, 5, not 4. Yeah, so they got to get 5 signatures of registered voters now to get on the ballot, and whoever gets the most votes wins. Yeah. All right. Makes sense. Save money instead of having to redo election after election after election. Because in 2009, the runoff didn't work. And, anyways. Des Moines Waterworks expands lead pipe replacement program. Cool. Excellent. More cities should be doing that. Several New York City blocks evacuated due to buckling beam on high rise.
Yeah, you should see that one. The whole foundation, not the foundation, the supporting structure walls on the bottom are cracking and buckling.
Damn. Let's see if we got any pictures here. Got pictures of police and firefighters showing up. And that's it. So you guys, you want to look at the Midtown Manhattan evacuated Tuesday for when structural beams began to buckle. They ought to have some pictures out there by now. I'm not going to go into it.
I should have sent you the one I think I told you about it the other night. The BJ's Wholesale in Toms River, New Jersey, after that big rainstorm. Yeah, I guess they cut back on their preventative maintenance schedules. Nobody cleaned the roof drain pipes. The roof collapsed from rain. And it was on, I saw the video of that. I was like, holy crap. 2 people almost got crushed to death. A few people got hurt, but it was like, a couple thousand gallons of water, plus the ceiling comes falling down from 50 feet up.
Yeah. All right, next one here. Traveling Vietnam Memorial comes to Iowa. So I didn't know there was a traveling Vietnam Memorial, but cool. Good to know there is one. Let's see here. Illinois Governor
Pritzker.
That doesn't look. Yeah, Pritzker. Yeah, signs artificial intelligence safety law.
As long as he gets paid, he doesn't care.
Yeah. Signed establishing strong framework for AI safety and transparency. Oh, they're protecting the AI. The law requires AI developers to disclose risks and undergo independent audit, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Setting a national standard for AI. Yeah. No, Illinois is not going to set the national standard.
No.
I can tell you right now that California has a better chance of doing that. So, Supreme Court lets Texas restrict minors' access to app stores for the time being. So, in other words, it's like, go back, start doing it, but we're going to allow the restriction to stand for now, but you guys need to square this out. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Mid-America, I guess that's the gas company, files proposal with Iowa Utilities Commission to adjust their natural gas rate. Yeah, because California is trying to hoard it all for the backup generator plants for the solar power and wind power. When the wind's not blowing and it's nighttime, they got to have more gas-fired power plants because the data centers are going to need them. Oh, boy. Okay, I see the end in sight here. Contra Costa Board of Supervisors delays ICE policy move amid calls for pushback. So they got one side saying, "Oh, you need to stop ICE," and everyone else is saying, "No, you do. We're going to vote you out, and we're going to petition the Attorney General to arrest you for interfering with federal agents." You have some friends that are sending me all the stuff that's going on about that, more than what's going on that you can see in the news. Yeah, the Board of Supervisors of the county is getting all sorts of legal threats, not physical threats, legal threats. You do this, this is what's going to happen to you. So the Contra Costa assessor had the FBI looking into him. The FBI widens the investigation scope. They're going after more stuff. He found out he was a real naughty boy. The Epic Newsroom. 325 individuals charged in Arizona. They filed criminal charges for the immigration-related violations against between June 2nd and July 4th. And what all are they nailing these on? For immigration crime, related crime under Operation Take Back America. 2 of the people were charged with assaulting border agents. Yeah. 101 of those were against illegal aliens who re-entered the United States. 196 for illegally entry. 20 cases were against 26 individuals accused of smuggling illegal aliens in Arizona. And yeah. So they're going after the illegals, those helping the illegals, those covering for the illegals. Norwalk weighs ordinance to fine parents for kids' e-bike violations. Yeah, since that, I hope in that they give the parents permission to smack their kids with a racquetball paddle. The one that has the holes drilled in it so it goes faster and leaves welts. Iowa City wants to pass an anti-ice ordinance, but that would violate Iowa law. It would also violate federal law too. Yeah. So yeah, you let the kids. My wife would be fully behind that and would try to get City of Martinez to do the same thing. Because the way the kids come zipping down the hill across the street, I know I showed some videos of the development over there. They come flying down there onto a narrow road, heavily traveled road, and try to make that turn going 35 miles an hour on their e-bikes and e-scooters. Yeah. She's seen some of them go down and slide all the way across the pavement and hit the curb in front of our house. But yeah. Yeah, she would love to see them confiscate e-bikes from kids in violation and find the parents. Write-in votes create uncertainty in Polk County special elections. So they're writing in the names of a third or fourth party and because they don't like the people on the special election ballot. Hey, if there's that many write-ins, those idiots shouldn't have been running. They should have let the other ones run. Former Wisconsin Judge Dugan to be sentenced after conviction. They actually went after a judge. Let's see. Yeah, obstructing arrest of immigrants and immigrant sentencing. Yeah. So they're gonna. He's been sentenced after conviction for obstruction. Now they need to nail a couple more of these left-wing nut judges, radical judges, and maybe they'll stop being stupid. Texas governor orders birthright tourism investigation into hospital. So, yeah, I guess there's something going on with a tourist thing, bringing pregnant women in and to the hospital to do it. I got to take a look at this one here, folks. Yes. Orders Texas officials to investigate hospital over birth packages for foreign nationals. Yeah. Everyone involved in that at the hospital needs to be arrested. All right. There we go. Let's see. DMV threatens to revoke driver's license for thousands over testing irregularities. I bet you this is trucker irregular licenses. Okay, thousands of California drivers will have to retake their written driving test within 30 days or risk losing their licenses. Department of Motor Vehicles warned in a letter sent out across the Golden State. It's not golden, it's tarnished rust. Problem since for irregularities at DMV detected in tests taken since July of last year. Yeah, I remember something mentioned about that last year on it, but yeah. Anomalies in the knowledge tests. Yeah. Oh, that's right. They were printed in Spanish with the answers given. All the answers were C. The correct answers were C. Which city? Oh, that was it Pittsburgh? Yeah, the city of Pittsburgh in Contra Costa County. Data center concerns topped their meeting list. The other one was in the city of Oakley, which is right next to Pittsburgh. And yeah, it's farmland out there. Trying to buy up farmland to do this stuff, and so yeah. And everybody, and I know Pittsburgh has problems with power, anyways. And with all the memes and stuff out there about the data center sucking up all the power and creating all this noise, yeah, there's going to be about it. The appeals court denies Trump's request to halt the removal of his name from the Kennedy Center. Who cares? Again, Greenland rejects Trump's renewal push for control of the island. Yeah, there are certain defense things about it, but yeah. Instead of trying to push for control of the island, try buying them all off and getting them to vote to join.
Yeah, that's too obvious. They can't do that.
Yeah. All right. Good news here for farmers. John Deere owners will get the right to repair their own equipment under Federal Trade Commission settlement. You know, when John Deere was saying, no, you have to come in and we can work on it, on your equipment. You bought it, but only we can work on it. You can't work on it. Yeah. I'm not sure which state this is. I'm going to go into it. But U.S. Justice Department tells state officials they could be prosecuted over non-citizen voting. Yeah, nail them all. Which state? All the states, really, but which one are they get going after? It looks like Washington State, I think, but it says Washington, but that could be just because it's coming out of there. Oh, no, it's all states, it looks like. Yeah, they're warning everyone. So all those ones that have been caught before, guess what? We got our eyes on you. All right, this one just came in before I went to the city council meeting. These fruits, vegetables may be linked to explosive diarrhea. Diarrhea parasilic outbreak in California. Cryptosporosis infections in the small intestines, bowel, usually cause frequent and watery explosive diarrhea. Wait, this is the same one they said it happens every year, everywhere. The season is from May to the end of July or August, and then it goes away for the rest of the year. Quit drinking the creek water, folks. Happy Max in the house. Oh, back to that. Oh, they were advertising that hospital in Mexico. Yeah, I figured that. All right, yeah. I remember stuff on that. This one, you get a laugh at this one again. Selfie, taking a selfie leads to burglar's arrest. Okay, that was the lead one, but the first one, I got that one there. Yeah, show off selfie leads police to suspect in $100,000 business burglary spanning the East Bay to Napa Valley. So the guy was taking pictures. What an idiot. Almost a winner of the Darwin Award, except he didn't get hurt. All right, that takes care of that. Let's bring up the photos here. Come on. Load it. It's supposed to be loading full size. There we go. Well, you'll know. I saw this. I found it hilariously funny. So you'll know my opinion on this. The little pit bull here says Epstein's files, and the Democrat leadership saying sick 'em, and files are biting them in the butt. Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed. What happened to that? I thought I had it over here. Yeah, so there was a bunch of teens doing in a Waymo car taxi type thing, driverless taxi. They were drinking alcohol and doing water balloons and shooting airsoft pistols out of the windows of the car. And someone at Waymo realized what was going on and called the police and drove the car to the police station.
Huh.
All right. So next one here. Yeah, these are the people calling Trump a pedo. Yeah. So more on that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The green energy story rarely includes photos like this. Most modern wind turbines components can be recycled. The blades, not so much. There's massive composite, these massive composite blades often end up buried under the ground in landfills. And research estimate that the U.S. could accumulate more than 2 million metric tons of retired blade waste by 2050, if they're not there already. If you know, you know. Billionaire brokerage. Error. Stocks are investments, not cash. I can't remember her name. That's supposed to be, but I know that's Bernie. Trying to tax the stocks and stuff. And it's like, no. His money he gets from those is taken out as a loan, so it is debt. And no, you can't tax debt. I just laughed so hard. I sent this to my wife, and I think she was laughing hard too. Get some roosters for eggs and raise some bulls for milk. Then you'll see that gender matters, especially when at milking time. This also brought back memories of a movie in the 60s with Rock Hudson, Doris Day, Jerry Lewis, Jerry Van Dyke. You can't take you with you. Anyways, Rock Hudson was a millionaire. Decided to go to the simple living. Bought a farm and everything, a farm with a couple cows on it and stuff. I can't remember the main star's name, the female star's name. She marries all these guys and they keep on dying. They had a big party the night before, and he's hungover. He goes out to the barn to milk the cow in the morning, and he tries to milk the bull, and he dies. It's a comedy movie, very funny. If anybody can remember the name of that movie, put it in there. It was with Rock Hudson, Doris Day. I can't remember the main person doing it. She was popular, but she wasn't, in my mind, she wasn't a big star, but she was popular in a lot of stuff in the 60s there, late 60s. Okay. I'm going to add something to this. They stopped new reservoirs being built. And now there's a water crisis. They forced power stations to close, and now there's an energy crisis. And I'm adding in there, they removed a bunch of the small dams on rivers for the fish that had power plants on it, and now there's a water crisis, a fish crisis, and a power crisis because the fish just about all died because they didn't have those little mini lakes going up the river to rest and spawn. They switched the land to biofuels, and now there's a food crisis. See how the green agenda works yet? Yep. Okay, here it is for you, Mark. Talk about data centers. Thieves are now targeting AI data center construction sites for copper and expensive equipment.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And that copper, they can't use fiber optic to run the power. It's got to be copper. Because aluminum can't take the heat. So yeah. And remember, do not plant bamboo plants around the construction sites. Do not plant endangered American vegetation there and report it. Happy 4th of July weekend. Independence Day is for patriots who love America. Democrats, you had your... Do all fairy tales begin with once upon a time? No, many of them begin with, if I'm elected, I promise.
Yep.
Okay. All right. July 5th, 1946, French designer Louis Renard introduced the bikini to the world. In the comments, this was that photo taken from Facebook. In the comments on the side, there were a bunch of pictures of art, of drawings and stuff, thousands of years ago, of women in bikinis. In the Egyptians, there were women in bikinis in some of the the pictographs there. Yeah, so this guy did not introduce it; he reintroduced it after seeing the some of the stuff in the Louvre, some of the manuscripts and stuff, and saw, oh wow, that I ought to do that. And this here's for Mark.
There I am. I sent that to you.
I just want to make sure everyone saw it. People are having too much fun. It's not good for a midterm. Send in the assets. And the assets is that fake patriot group that's going in, rioting and causing problems, pretending to be right wing. And I'm not saying that Miss Plastic Face and her female cohorts and Bernie and a couple of the other and Chucky Boy are funding them, but they're controlling them. And what else we got here? Oh, I love this. It's not vegan wool, it's plastic. It's not vegan leather, it's plastic. It's not vegan fur, it's plastic. It's all plastic, and every time you wash it or damage it or try to dispose of it, that plastic ends up in the water, in the earth, in the air. Meanwhile, wool is 100% renewable and biodegradable. Reject veganism. Use wool. Save the planet. I had to laugh at it. I'm sorry. And we got another one. Okay. So in Britain, wait, I'm the victim. I don't think so, mate. Seriously, thank you. You bet, says George Washington. Yeah, good thing we're not part of Great Britain. I almost didn't put this one in there till it dawned on me. Again, it's talking about Europe, not just Great Britain. Just about every country in Europe. I'm proud to be American, where at least I have AC. And there were news. There were sorry, let me kill this here. There we go. There were journalists who were interviewing all the participants that came over for the World Cup that were surprised to find they had AC in their hotel room. They were surprised to find you could get water with ice in it at restaurants. They were just so much stuff that, they just suffer through the heat over there. It's like, and then they stepped outside and found out what the heat's like here. Some of them were crying because it was so hot out. It was 95 degrees or so, something like that.
Ooh, scorcher.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting 93 on Sunday. No, we're getting what? That's not 93. We're getting 101 on Saturday and 103 on Sunday, and our lows this week are staying at 60, 61. All right. My wife and mother used to say this all the time. Money for homeless and other charities goes in. A little bit goes to the people that the money's for. Most of it goes through to the nonprofits that are, quote, raising money for it, doing stuff that actually do nothing. And if you want proof of that, just look at what was going on up in Minnesota. And just like that, commie rat libtards were running the Democratic Party. The Democrats' big circus tent. Sorry, big tent. We have a big tent for everyone to come under. Socialism, globalism, LGBTQ, and I disagree with this one a little bit, but they should say radical Islam. Kaylin, you're not radical. Radical Islam, and they forgot the other one, illegal aliens. That's the big one, is the illegal aliens. So if I understand the left correctly, my ancestors stole the land in 1606, but the anchor baby dropped here 12 minutes ago is entitled to it?
Well, yeah. Bigot.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute. A lot of the land wasn't stolen. Manhattan was bought for what? $24 worth of beads and blankets? It was bought for. May not have been the best deal, but it was bought. Which brings up how I like the way Yellowstone ended, with Casey selling it back to the Indians for what his great-great-great-grandfather bought it for. To avoid all the taxes on it and stuff. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, yeah. In January 2001, 90% of the GOP and 85% of the Democrats were proud to be American. Now it's 90% of the GOP and 29% of the Democrats. And a lot of Democrats are now moving to the Libertarians or something else. News and information. Top news story. Top news story of the day, folks. Taylor Swift and Travis, whatever his name is, are getting married at Madison Square Garden. And that's the way it is in 2026.
And nobody cared.
Yeah. Yes, I love how they're redefining Title IX. Oh, wait, let me go back to that one. Hang on here. There was another meme I saw a while ago, but it shows a graph on it, and it shows it's going around and it's flat, zero, for decades and decades and decades, and all of a sudden it jumps up and then after the Title IX thing came over, it started going down again, and it's called testicular injuries in women's sports. A fire truck is always at a fire, just like cholesterol is always in the blood. There is an association, but not a causation. They are both at the scene. Quit trying to lower your cholesterol when your liver makes it every day and is essential. Use your brain. It's also made up of cholesterol. Get off the statins today. And that's the thing is, cholesterol, they say, oh, he had a heart attack because there's a problem here. Well, the cholesterol showed up to try to remove or fix the problem. It didn't cause a problem. It was there to make the fix, just like the police or fire department showing up. And that's the last one there. All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up here quickly. Friday on Camp Patton, the topic is farmers markets. What are your plans? Buying, selling, looking. Saturday, here on Green Man Prepping, after all the men vanish, what are your plans, women? And just a flip-flop for the following Saturday, after all the women vanish, guys, what are your plans?
Fishing.
All right. Monday on Camp Patton, we're talking sourdough. Tuesday for Tactical Tuesday is what is the hardest part of prepping for you? So this is going to be a lot of interaction of you folks. And then next Thursday is the Midnight Ride number 26. 29 for 2026. All right, everyone. Take care. Stay happy. Keep adding to your preps. And we'll see you Friday for Friday night on the homestead. Take care and goodbye.
Have a good night.